what's up? How you doing today? If you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Ruby. I really hope that you choose to stick around and join the family. And if you are not new, thank you so much for tuning back in today. First and foremost, this has nothing to do with today's video, but let me just say, if my makeup looks a little incomplete, let me explain why. So I have foundation on, but I don't have anything underneath my eyes. So I don't have like any under eye concealer, any powder. And that is because I have a tiny little sty on my lower lash line of my right eye. I'm trying not to touch it. I don't want to put any makeup near it. I want it to heal as fast as possible. So I wanted to do my makeup today, but obviously couldn't put anything there. And then to balance it out, I didn't do anything underneath my other eye. So if it looks a little incomplete today, that's why. Today I have a video for you guys that has absolutely nothing to do with beauty fashion. It kind of has a little bit to do with lifestyle because it's something that is in my life quite a lot, and that is Netflix. My boyfriend and I literally do not own cable. Everything we watch is either through Netflix, Hulu, HBO, Amazon Prime. We have endless options, we just don't have cable. I live a pretty busy life. However, when I have some downtime, I love to binge watch. My boyfriend and I always have like a handful of shows that we watch together, and then I also have shows that I watch on my own. So today I wanted to make a video all about kind of what I've been binging recently, what are like my Netflix favorites at the moment. I know that I did a video like this, I think during my junior year of high school, where I kind of talked about what I was watching on Netflix recently. So I kind of wanted to do a little updated version because I have been watching a lot and we've got some good shows to talk about. Okay, so I want to talk about Orange is the New Black. I literally am the last person on the planet to watch this show, and I finally started it a couple weeks ago. I'm already on season 6. I'm almost done with the show. Holy cow, where have I been? It's seriously one of the best shows I've ever watched. It is a masterclass in acting, first of all, for those who are theater people like me. It's such a brilliant show for so many reasons. The cast is phenomenal. I love that it's like a true ensemble piece and everybody contributes just as much to the show as the person next to them or the character next to them. I feel like at this point, everybody's seen it except for me, but if you haven't, don't be like me and not be a part of the club, because it's a club that you want to join. It's seriously, it's amazing. Since I started off with the TV show, I think I'll just keep going down the list and mention all of the shows first and then do the movies last. I love a good political drama. I loved Scandal when it was on, and so I always love stuff like that. I just feel like it's kind of an easy binge. And so I recently finished the final season of Designated Survivor. This is a political drama based in a fictional time of the United States history where the current government is completely killed, and the only person left from the original government is the designated survivor. I don't know, I just had a lot of fun binging this show though, and I found that it kept me interested. The third season, it was okay. I mean, it was a good way to wrap it up. I didn't feel like I was left wanting more, but no, it's a really, really fun show. So if you love a political drama, I really encourage you to give it a watch. Okay, so this next show, I literally cannot stop talking about it. I watched it first without my boyfriend because I didn't think he was gonna be interested in it, and then I finished the show and I was like, Kevin, you have to watch this, and he watched it and he got just as hooked as I am, and that is Dead to Me. This is another Netflix original, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I would say it's more of a darker comedy, but also with really quirky parts to it. I don't even really know what to compare it to. I feel like it's kind of in a league of its own. But if you're somebody like me who keeps seeing the trailer for the show on Netflix and you were just I don't really know what it's about, but I'm kind of interested, do I watch it, do I not watch it? You should 150% give it a watch. It is seriously so entertaining. By the end of the first episode, you are literally thrown such a curveball, and then the way that this first season ends, it ends on a cliffhanger. I cannot wait for season 2 to come out. So definitely highly encourage you to watch it. I made my mom watch it. She's obsessed now. It's so good. I love any show or movie that is based on, true events that are based on history. And so this next show, while it is definitely probably the darkest of anything that I'm going to mention, is the most important. And that is When They See Us. Again, it is another Netflix original series. It is based on the story of the Central Park 5. And I don't want to get too much into the story just because, again, it's a very intense show. I don't know how suitable it is for my younger viewers, but it is an incredibly important story. I think it is our job as individuals and as a society to make ourselves aware of stories like this. It's only, I believe, 4 episodes, but they're all really, really long, so it's almost like miniature like movies every single episode, but it is seriously one of the most like magnificent pieces of television that I've seen in a really really long time. It was really hard to watch at points, but I think that that's what makes it so incredible, is it just felt so raw and real. Now these next 2 shows are definitely like my favorite like feel-good shows to watch. Both of them are shows that my boyfriend and I love to binge together, the first of which is Nailed It. It's basically a cooking show that Nicole Byer hosts, who is one of my favorite comedians. I listen to her podcast, Why Won't You Date Me, every single week. But basically she hosts the show along with like actual professional chefs, and they have just like everyday average people come onto this cooking show and attempt to cook like the most, or to bake the most elaborate desserts you have ever seen. This show is literally so funny, and don't get me wrong, I love like, you know, your typical like cooking shows and baking shows, but this is just, honestly, it's such a fun show because it's literally like your average like neighbor Nancy, you know, being brought onto the show and attempting to cook like, you know, or bake top of the line like cake pops with super, super intricate detailing. Like it's so funny. And last but certainly not least, this would not be a Ruby Netflix favorites video without mentioning Queer Eye. Oh my god, I don't even know where to start. Like every single episode I laugh, I always end up crying. Like my boyfriend and I literally love watching this show, but I cannot get through an episode without bawling by the end of it. But basically, for those who don't know, Queer Eye was a show quite a while ago, and this is kind of a revamped version of it where 5 gay men kind of like overhaul a individual's life. The group themselves, they're called the Fab Five. I seriously love each and every one of them. If I ever had the chance to meet the Fab Five, I think I would pass out. What I love about this show is, in today's society, I think we are just missing a lot of love, and we are missing a lot of acceptance. And yet when I watch Queer Eye, that's all I see. All I see is love and acceptance and integrity and kindness. And I just think, you know, in a world that is so crazy right now, we're living in a climate that is, you know, just so unpredictable and, you know, a little scary at times. It's really nice to be able to escape and watch a show like this that not only brings you joy, but also teaches you so many things along the way as well. Okay, so those are all of the television shows that I want to mention. Now let's go into some of the movies that I have been watching and loving on Netflix recently. The first movie is actually not a movie, it is a comedy special. For those who don't know, I actually freaking love stand-up. I love watching comedy specials, and recently I just finished Amy Schumer's latest special. It's called Growing. To be honest, I really haven't listened to that much of Amy Schumer's comedy. There are just other comedians that I've loved for like so long, and I'm usually invested in like whatever they're doing. But recently I like saw it on my Netflix like, you know, suggestions, and I was like, okay, let me give this a watch, and I freaking loved it. It's so funny. She filmed it while she was pregnant with her son, who I know that she just had recently. But like the kind of comedy that makes me laugh is always the type of comedy that isn't based in like crude humor and like cursing and like shock factor. It's comedy that's based in storytelling and truth. And for me, like this was just, it felt so ridiculously funny, but also so honest, and I loved every second of it. And then the movie that I just recently watched that I loved, and I know that everybody is talking about it, is the movie Someone Great. It stars Gina Rodriguez, who also stars in Jane the Virgin, which is one of my favorite TV shows ever. But I really, really loved this movie. First of all, because it helped put Lizzo's song Truth Hurts on the map, which I've been following Lizzo for years, and I've known about that song for years, and the fact that everybody is now like, oh my god, have you heard this song Truth Hurts? Like, yes, I have. But I'm really happy for Lizzo, because that song, I feel like that movie really like helped put that song kind of on the map. But that's not why I love this movie. That's not the only reason why I love this movie. I love this movie first of all because Gina Rodriguez is such a fabulous actress, and the emotion that she puts into all of her roles is something that like I aspire to be able to do one day. I wouldn't necessarily classify this movie as a rom-com, although it has like certain elements of a rom-com in it. But I really enjoyed this movie because I just found that it was like a really simple, like easy movie, and it like perfectly depicted you know, how to kind of like find your own and be your own person after losing the person that you thought you were gonna spend like the rest of your life with. Anyways guys, that wraps up today's video. Those are all of my current Netflix favorites, everything that I have been binging recently. You guys have anything that you've been watching? It doesn't have to be on Netflix, it could be an Amazon Prime show, it could be an HBO show. Let me know in the comments down below because I am always looking for new things to watch and binge, whether it be by myself or with Kevin. Please subscribe, help me grow the Ruby Rocks the World family. If you haven't already, it would mean the absolute world to me. Follow me on all my social media networks. Links are always in the down bar below. I hope that you guys are having an awesome day, night, afternoon, whenever you all are watching this, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Okay? Bye everybody.